Hello and welcome. Last year saw the inaugural Port Adelaide Diversity and Inclusion Film Festival, better known as the Paddy Film Festival, launch here in South Australia. This year it's expanded to include a kids film festival for schools and a live performing arts festival, all under the umbrella of the Australian Film Diversity and Inclusion Foundation, better known as AFDIF. Don't you love acronyms? Here are two of the young men who are part of the film festival. Rudi, who's been involved in filmmaking from the age of 6, and his brother Kris, Devgan. Welcome, boys. I think you're the youngest people we've ever had on the show.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Wow.
Well, I think you are. But you're old now. Older, okay. First of all, let's talk to you, Mr. Rudi, about your experience in film. Did you always want to be an actor?
Not really, but my dad talked me into it, so now I'm into acting. So he said once I become over 18, then I can be whatever I want. But for now, I can be an actor.
You'll have to be an actor.
Yeah.
And you've been in several of his films.
Yeah. Maybe not several. I've been in so much more.
Oh, more than several.
Yeah. My dad posts them up to YouTube when he first started, and.
Oh, okay. So your dad was actually a student out here. That's how we know you.
Yeah.
And he's made a lot of films. Can you remember the first one that became a real film that people would be able to see?
Kris, do you remember?
No, I don't remember. I think it was The Bully.
No. That was no.
UFO.
Well, hang on. Let's have a look at this because this might remind you. It was called Buddy.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And look, you're a semi-finalist in the London Indie Short Film Festival.
Oh.
That's pretty special.
Uh-huh.
And then what did you do next? Do you remember? So that was a good starting point.
After Buddy, I'm pretty sure we did a movie called Restore. I think it was called.
Yes.
It starred. Oh yeah, that one. Yep.
And what was your character in that? Do you remember?
Like a little kid.
Well, yes.
Oh yeah.
You were sort of playing yourself.
Yeah, a kid that lost his mum and dad, but his uncle and auntie had to take care of him. I think it was.
But there was issues because
racist.
There were racist issues with that. Yes, I know. And now part of the Paddy Film Festival, the kids part of the film festival, which you're an ambassador for, what's the film that's going to be shown of yours in that?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it might be
Have a look over there.
No, okay. Yes, Sideshow?
This is the one that's actually Japanese.
Yeah, I loved making this film. It was... Oh, wait, Rio de Janeiro? I didn't know that. I didn't know that it was in...
Well, there, see, your name is there as well. So you're starring in it. Has that changed your life, do you think? The fact that you're now a child movie star like McCulkin.
Okay,
Who did the Home Alone films? Have you seen those?
Yeah.
He was about your age.
No, I think it was 12. I'm not sure.
No, it was somewhere around 6 or 7.
Yes, he was about your age.
Okay.
I wonder if he thought he'd be an actor as he grew up too.
I don't know, maybe.
No. Okay, but you're learning to be an actor anyway. Well, you both are, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're doing classes. And you enjoying that?
Yeah, we enjoy it.
Yeah, we enjoy it.
Learning the lines?
Yes, learning the lines.
Do you find learning lines hard?
For me, yes.
Well,
Why? Why are they hard for you?
Because sometimes I have to worry about other stuff, so I have to put them into different time spectrums. At this time I rehearse my what do you call it, script.
Yes.
Then I do the other stuff later.
So you mean you're shooting out of sequence, so you might be shooting the end of the film at the beginning of shooting, and then in the middle you're doing the first scene, and at the end you might be doing the last scene, or the scene before the last scene that you've already done. Is that confusing?
Yes, sometimes.
That's why you have a director.
Uh-huh.
And is your dad a good director with you?
He's a very good director.
Would you dare say anything else? No. I'll just say no on your behalf.
We'll just say no.
So you've done some artwork for the film festival, haven't you?
Yes.
So what got you interested, first of all, in, because it's all computer driven, and you've done a 3D...
I've done a 3D animation model.
Okay. Now, how did all that come about?
So one day, right, I started watching a YouTube channel and they gave me inspiration to start making games. So I started watching YouTube tutorials and YouTube tutorials of how to make them. And ever since then, I've just started building upon it.
So you're actually developing games that your friends are buying, but not in actual money?
No, not in actual money, on in-game currency actually.
Right. And what does that actually mean? How can people use those resources that they're paying?
So I make what's called a model that can be seen on my account profile. And when you scroll down to see creations, you can see my model and then you can pick it up off of there.
Right. So let's have a look at what you've done for the film festival, because it's really quite interesting how you've put this together. So this is a 3D model, and we're sort of looking in the dark to find out what it is, and there it is. But this is how you made it, right?
This is how I made it.
Just explain what we're looking at.
So we're looking at this animation software called Blender, and I am currently moving all the stuff and fixing up all the models to make it look better.
This is obviously sped up, isn't it?
This is
from
sped
what
up,
you're doing?
yes, because it took 1 hour to make all of this.
Oh, okay. Do you feel you might go into animation yourself, or game animation, as you grow up?
Yeah, I mean, I'll definitely pursue it, yeah.
So we need to look for your name, Kris Devgan, do we, at the end of films or at the end of games?
Yes, if I'm in the credits.
Well, yes. But this is being shown as part of the festival, but it's also online as the signature of the festival.
Yes.
Pretty special.
Yep.
So if your dad hadn't have become a filmmaker, do you think you would have ended up being interested in these things?
No, not at all.
So I asked you before what you wanted to be when you were older, and you said to me...
A doctor, I think, like a neurosurgeon.
A neurosurgeon, yes, something quite simple. And I said, you realised you might have to cut people's heads open.
Yeah.
And you said, but I'm afraid of blood.
I said I wasn't afraid of blood.
Oh, you're not afraid of blood?
Yeah.
But you were before. But you're not now.
I don't think I was ever afraid of blood. I was just like, why am I stuttering? I never was afraid of blood. It's just like the look at blood of other people like hurt like.
Oh right, as long as it's not your blood, it's fine.
Yes.
Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
I get it. What about you, Kris? What do you want to do when you're older?
I would want to be a 3D artist, an artist for developing icons, game creation and digital art technologies.
So there's 4 in your family. There's
Yes,
you and
4.
3 brothers.
Yep.
So are they all interested in this, or...?
No, some of the baby, we don't know yet.
The baby. No, he's not a baby anymore. How old is he?
He's 4.5.
Yes, he's lost being a baby now.
Okay, so it would be...
Your younger brother?
Younger brother, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so my younger brother, we haven't heard from him, but...
You mean he hasn't decided what he wants to do for the rest of his life?
Nope.
How unusual.
Yep, very unusual. Now, my second youngest brother wants to be, I think, a game player, a YouTuber.
Okay, how important do you think this film festival is? It's particularly for schools, and some schools have been making films as well for the festival, which is going to be held here in South Australia down at the Semaphore
Odeon Star
Theatre. How important do you reckon it is for kids to be involved in making the films and coming to see the films?
I think it's very important because it teaches children not to exclude other people from making films and other stuff.
And doing things that they believe in.
Yeah.
What about you? Are you going to be out the front signing autographs?
Yeah, maybe if I do have fans there.
Oh, do you have fans?
I don't know. My friends, some of my friends. So I have this one friend, Logan. He left the school. His sister asked me what my YouTube channel name was. I said Mount Lofty Studios.
Right.
She subscribed and she keeps watching all of the videos.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's actually your dad's studio name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mount Lofty Studios. But you've just come back from India.
Uh-huh.
What happened in India?
Well, we made another film called The Silent Escape.
Right.
Basically, it's about a kid who came to India.
Which is you.
Yes.
Him.
With his mum. They went, and when they were in like a taxi driver, they like went around India. When they were in a taxi driver, the taxi driver assaulted them.
Right. And it's called The Silent Escape?
Yes.
We were just looking at that, sorry, while you were talking.
So,
And did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Because had either of you been to India? Because your dad's from the Punjab.
Punjab, yes.
Yep. So that was the first time you'd gone?
No, it was second time for me, and I believe that it was his first time for him.
Oh, okay.
It was my second time actually, because I've been there, but I was in mum's room still, so it doesn't really count.
Oh, okay. Well, it doesn't really count.
Yeah.
I get that. But was the different culture from here and there, did you notice any differences?
We know, no, they were all Indian, but they could speak English.
Right.
Yep.
Well, you're half Indian too.
Yes.
So there you go. Look, it's been lovely talking to you boys. Good luck for the festival. And especially when the schools come in and the schools' entries come in and they see you in the movies and they see the logo that you've created. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we'll be back to talk to another guest about the Live on Stage festival that's coming up. She's from Japan, she's a dancer, and we'll be back in a minute to talk about that. We met Rudi and Kris in our first segment, who are part of the Paddy Film Festival, but the bigger umbrella festival is called the Australian Film and Diversity and Inclusion Foundation, and Mimi Yoshii is with us, who's performing in one of the live shows. Let's say you're a unicyclist, I'm guessing here. No, you're a dancer.
Yeah, I am.
Tell us the Mimi story.
Well, I was born in Japan, grew up there, was trained in classical ballet and Japanese traditional dance.
How different is the traditional dance to classical ballet?
Oh, it's opposite.
Opposite.
This ballet is all turn out,
Yeah.
and then traditional ballet is all rotating in the legs and then bending legs all the time instead of extending and lifting up.
But it's also very contained and controlled, isn't it, the
Yeah,
style?
it's supposed to control and legs and then core. But yeah,
Which do you prefer?
honestly, I like ballet. but-
Neither. I was expecting to say neither. I like contemporary dance instead.
Well, yeah, I like contemporary dance as well. Yeah,
But it's all forms,
yeah,
because you're a dancer.
yeah.
And is that, just saying that because you're a dancer, a lot of people want to just do the one style or the one sort of thing. But if you're a dancer, really, you're a dancer.
Yeah.
To do any style of anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to expand my boundary. This is actually why I'm doing the project this time.
Right.
As active as well.
So tell us about the project.
So the project's title is called Le Japonais. We got inspiration from Monet's drawing picture of the wearing kimonos, the lady standing.
Right.
And
So you're wearing a kimono,
Yeah,
just in
but today
case
is a
people
bit-
think,
bit
what's she
big,
wearing? That's an unusual top.
yeah, well, because we do contemporary dance.
Just hold your arms out, yes, I
Yeah.
love all that.
Yeah, because the contemporary dance, the traditional kimono is so hard to dance with. So we decided to wear kimono in like a bit untraditional way to break the boundary, break the rule.
Because you're wearing it loose, you're not
Yeah.
got all that waist and the thing at the back. What's the thing at the back called?
It's called obi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan Kenobi, is it by any chance? No.
Wow, with the contemporary dance.
Do you
it's
think that's
super
where the
hard.
name came from? For Star Wars.
Okay. Oh, I never watched Star
Oh,
Wars.
you've never seen Star Wars? Oh, well, there's a
I
character in it.
only watched the 8th one,
Oh,
and
okay.
everybody think it's...
There's a character
yeah.
in it called Obi-Wan Kenobi. You think,
Okay.
where did these names come from? And when you hear something like that, you realise, oh, I guess George Lucas picked that name up from that and used it.
Okay.
Sorry, that's got nothing to do with dance.
That's fine.
So, coming to Adelaide,
Yes.
did you come especially to Adelaide to do the course at TAFE?
Well, at the time, I was thinking, well, that was back in 2019. I was thinking to go study abroad. And when I was in Japan and I met my current husband there, who is from South Australia.
Oh,
so
that's
made me
convenient.
that made me decided to move to Australia, South Australia. And actually, I graduated Uni SA first in performing arts. But that degree wanted me to go back on dance and focus on dance more instead of like doing like a wide range of performing arts.
Right.
So that made me go to AC Arts to do dance. And
How have you found that? Because obviously you've had all this training in the past.
yeah.
What are you achieving, what are you learning by going to a more contemporary school, or is that what you're really looking towards?
Well, so to speak from the very origin of my story is I was the ballerina girl for up to I was 18, but
On point?
Yeah.
How are your toes?
Well, but it's okay.
I know people don't realise just how hard that is.
Yeah, but then unfortunately, I'm very short to be a classical ballet dancer.
Oh, I don't know. They're a lot easier to lift if you're short.
Yeah, but like nobody wants short dancers because they want like a nice ensemble with the same height, same body
Just
type.
find short dancers.
Well,
Simple.
yeah. So yeah, I was thinking that probably I should learn a more different style of dance instead of doing ballet. So then did a bit more study with traditional dance, and then moved to Australia, and I found that Adelaide actually have a really good contemporary dance, like ADT and lots of smaller collectives companies. So that made me wanted to study contemporary and see how it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Just going back to the training you had in Japan.
Yeah.
With classical dance in Japan, is that the same as classical dance internationally?
Yep.
All the rules are exactly the same?
Ballet is a ballet.
You speak in French?
Well, the terminology is French
Yeah,
and
well,
Japanese
terminology in
accent.
French,
Yeah.
yeah. Was that difficult to learn?
Well, I was familiar with since I was 4. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, you just learned that's the name of that particular
Yeah.
movement or step or position.
Yeah. But the accent difference is a bit hard when I came to Australia for the first time, because Australian people pronounce the French in Australian accent.
Yeah.
What I learned was French terminology in Japanese accent. So,
Right,
yeah.
right. How different is it? Give us an understanding of one.
Like for example, like there's a one step called run jump. In English, people say run jump, but in Japanese we say rondo jumpu.
Oh, okay.
But
Yes. I can see that's
It's
like a
so
whole new
different,
language.
yeah. So
Right.
I tried to catch up and went to my very first ballet class in Australia, and I was trying to figure out
What are they saying? What are they asking for?
Yeah, they're trying to connect the word
I
that I
love it.
know. Yeah.
How interesting. So what's the plan for you? Do you plan to have a company? Are you looking towards a Japanese stroke Australian stroke ballet stroke contemporary? What are you looking towards?
Well, at the moment, I'm trying to develop my work with my performing collective, Adelaide Sakura Troupe. This is what we.
So who's in that? Are they all Japanese?
Well, we currently have dancers with Japanese background. So it's me and then my co-directors, half Japanese and half Australian, and we have another dancers who also are half Japanese.
Right.
Yeah.
How important is it to develop these new sort of a new way of looking at these works? How important is it to you?
Oh, wow. I found it's a kind of thing that I never can do in Japan, because the traditional dance in Japan is very conservative. It's never allowed to change, never allowed to make in a free way. So I'm trying to break the boundary and make it with like a more.
Is it more commercial, more easy to understand, do you think? Is that what you're looking to do?
I don't.
Or tell bigger stories?
Well, I don't want it to be called commercial, but like trying to find more possibilities.
Okay.
Yeah.
I always think of commercial because if people don't pay to come to see you, it's very difficult to keep going.
That's true.
So to encourage people to experience something new that you're
Yeah.
obviously working to offer, in a way, it needs to be commercial in a
Yeah.
sense so that people can, you know. So these performances that you're doing, you're part of 4 different shows that are happening on the same day
Yeah.
for the festival. I think you're the second show in.
I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
We took the-
And all of the information can be found at the Paddy Film Festival and or the Australian Film Diversity and Inclusion Foundation. So that
Yes.
makes life a bit easier to find.
We also have an Instagram account, Adelaide Sacratro, and
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you looking to connect with other dancers like yourself who may be floating around out there and don't even know you exist yet?
oh yes, we would love to recruit more Japanese dancers in Adelaide or dancers interested in Japanese culture or dancers with.
It's just
yeah.
different experiences make us so much stronger in our understanding and appreciation of the arts generally.
Yeah.
And frankly, without the arts, we've got nothing to dream about.
Yeah.
And your dream is?
It's a hard question. I'm trying to do what I can do at the moment.
Follow your dream.
Yeah.
My dream would always be to follow the dream, sort of thing, because you never know where it can lead you.
Yeah.
Stay there. We're going to get the 2 boys back that we talked to in the first segment, and we'll see you in a tick. We've been talking with Mimi, we've been talking with Rudi, and we've been talking with Kris in this episode. And we've been talking about the Australian Film Diversity and Inclusion Foundation and the festivals that are part of that organisation. And one of them is the Children's Film Festival, the Diversity Film Festival, the Paddy Film Festival, Port Adelaide.
Diversity and Inclusion Film Festival.
That you've done the very special logos for, the 3D logos for the Children's Film Festival. You're in it and you're an ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think why is it so important to have festivals like this that is inclusive of all people from all different places?
I think it's a great way to represent and share the culture and
Just get out
performance,
and
yeah.
brighten up your day, really.
Yeah.
Because the arts is a great way to take your mind off the things that bother you and take you to another place.
Yeah.
It's been lovely to chat with you guys and to meet you as well. Good luck with your performances. On the day you're performing, there's also an Indian play. There's your show. There's some First Nation people doing a dance piece. There's also an Indian classical dance piece on the same day. It's a whole day of different shows. And in the evening, there's also a comedian from Pakistan. So it's a really huge day for the live day at the theatre and for the movies that will be shown from all around the world. Now, you 2 boys,
Yes.
unbeknown to you, we filmed a bit of you while we were waiting to make this program.
Yes.
And what were you actually doing here?
Oh no.
Oh, yes.
Oh no. So this was us doing an information weather report as a startup,
Oh, and you're watching the monitor
and we were watching the monitor.
because you were watching yourself on the monitor.
Yes.
Yes.
And we're watching ourselves on the monitor again.
It's a pity we didn't get a chance to see some of the other things you were doing, which were very funny, sitting on the chairs, interviewing each other.
And pretending that we kidnapped each other.
Oh, is that what you did?
Yes.
Okay. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us on this episode of OurTime. So until next time on OurTime, keep yourself nice till then. We'll see you soon.